cobwebs, bitch. The ashes, some niggas be ashy. Wipe me off. Wipe it off me. I'm him, I'm that. It ain't nothing but a Tory Lanez show, baby. It ain't nothing but a Tory Lanez show. Stop trying to recruit a boyfriend in my chat. Niggas always trying to find their new husband. Nigga, I ain't no sugar daddy, booty goon ass nigga. Go suck dick in another nigga chat. Puss ass nigga. I'm the host that do the most. Fuck around, get your dumb ass smoke. Make you hide that bitch and pray to the Pope. This is the SubDivision. We the TSD gang, you little bitch. Never fuck the nigga, always stay silent. Keep it real with niggas, never like. Oh hell no. We ain't playing no Gunna. Nah, this is Tory Lanez show. What the fuck we got going? Nah, Gunna. We love you, Gunna. We love you. Ain't no disrespect, cousin, but this all Tory Lanez today, baby. It's all Tory, nigga. It's all Tory Lanez. And anybody talking about don't cuss is too young to be in my chat. Get the fuck out my chat and go to bed. I'm smoking weed and drinking liquor, nigga. You worry about me cussing? You see how big this motherfucking blunt is I'm smoking? This shit's fucking huge. You telling me not to cuss, nigga? Take your goofy ass to bed, nigga. Go night-night, bitch. Night-night, nigga. Go night-night. Take your bitch ass night-night, nigga. You ever been night-night, nigga? Take your bitch ass night-night, nigga. Goodbye, nigga. Don't even try, nigga. Don't even say nothing. Don't even try to slide, nigga. You gave up your spot. You're not hot. You're not him. You're not him. Why, nigga? I don't know. Blame it on your dad. Blame it on a hoe. Nigga, I'm just trying to tell you what it is, and where you gotta go. The fuck off my channel if you's a bitch or you's a hoe. This how we rock, nigga. This is Daystar, nigga. Tory Lanez, nigga. They tried to kill my dog. Try to kill my dog, nigga, but my dog's still alive, nigga. So everybody who hating on Daystar, for one, can suck a dick. And second of all, death to all you motherfuckers that plotted and tried to do something to that man, got that man locked up for all this shit. Nigga, fuck you niggas, nigga. I am the host that do the most. Fuck around, get your dumb ass smoke. Make you hide the bitch, nigga. I make you hide that bitch, nigga. And pray to the Pope. It's TSD gang, you little bitch.
Yeah. Feel like I'm slipping, I'm falling like DMX. Try not to fall off the BMX. Smoking for all this.
What up, Crazy Ghost?
Family problems and baby mama tripping, stressing all about the PMS. Side thing, tracking GPS. I know family. They tried to kill my dog today, bruh. Like tried to kill my nigga Tory, nigga. We ain't going for it, nigga. Me on CBS. Hey, Crazy, are we going for the bullshit, Crazy? They tried to kill our nigga today, bruh. Tried to kill Tory, bruh. This is Tory Lanez show, nigga. I'm mad as fuck right now, nigga. We got a lot to talk about. We gonna bring it up. Yeah. Shout out Bach. What up, Bach? What up, Bach? What up, Bach in the chat? I see you, Bach. Hey, my favorite song is Tory Lanez, nigga, tonight, nigga. Tory Lanez. That's all we playing tonight. Yeah. We ain't playing music all night. We gonna get to everything that's going on with Tory. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk about it. We gonna get to it. We gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Tory. Love my chat. What up, Bach? I am the host that do the most. Fuck around, get your dumb ass smoke. They tried to kill my dog Tory today, nigga. Damn, dog. They tried to kill my dog. Damn, dog. Damn, dog. Trying to kill my dog, nigga. Yeah, nigga, we here for Tory today, nigga. We here for Tory Lanez, nigga. Hey, that nigga sucker dick Chris said, don't drop the soap lanes. Yeah, we feel you. You just got blocked, bitch ass nigga. Go suck dick in another nigga chat. Yeah, go finger your pussy ass nigga. Go finger your pussy ass nigga. Chris James, sound like a girl name, you little bitch. The fuck out of here and go finger your stank pussy. Go put your fingers in your stank pussy, boy. And here sucking dick in my chat. Get the fuck out my chat, bitch. You's a little bitch. Yeah, go suck dick somewhere else, nigga. But I kept trying. Solitary confinement turned me to a monster. Courtroom got me shackled down in these chambers. In them court cages, niggas fighting for their lives, man, I swear. Yeah, drop the lanes, Tory, all you want, nigga. Drop the soap lanes. Nah, nigga, drop your bitch
bitch ass out my chat. You little pussy popping on the handstand, dick in the booty ass, almost about to be on trial with Puffy, lame ass nigga. Get your Diddy party attendee face ass out of here. Bitch ass boy. That's what the fuck we do, chat. I ain't playing around tonight. Yeah, nigga, smoke something. Get you some money, little nigga. Don't be in here sucking dick while I'm making money on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram. Yeah, nigga. Big dog shit. Host that do the most, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. That's how I'm talking on you niggas tonight, nigga. Yeah, nigga. You little bitch. Yeah, nigga. That's how y'all niggas make me feel right now, nigga. Try to do something to my dog. Damn, dog. Try to get my dog. Damn, dog. Damn. Don't cut his dick off, dog. Damn. Come on, man. Try to get Tory up out of here, bruh.
Bitches tryna hate, man. I wish you well.
Nigga just try to hate on Daystar, nigga. Okay, hate on Daystar, nigga. Okay, you try to kill Daystar, nigga. He's a star, nigga. You can't kill Daystar, nigga. He a gangster, nigga. Got my nigga Crazy Ghost in the chat. Crazy. Hey, Crazy. We gon' let's bump some Tory Lanez for my dog, man. Let's get some Tory in here, man. Nigga scared of Tory, nigga. Nigga scared of Daystar, nigga. Yeah, y'all can't play with my nigga, bruh. Tried to fuck with my dog. Tried to kill my dog.
Hey, fool, nigga finna get your dope.
Tried to kill my dog. Lame ass niggas. Bitch ass niggas. Tried to kill my damn dog. Tried to kill my dog, nigga.
You the first two, nigga, and I got your last one.
Don't cut his dick off, dog. Damn.
It's just some real nigga shit. Real nigga story.
Amy.
No kind of level, nigga, you know.
Amy.
Yeah.
Hey, Amy, I'm on that type of time tonight, though.
Niggas will beat you the fuck up at breakfast.
That's why I got that Tory bumping in the background.
Scratch you off a checklist.
Know what I'm talking about? Daystar, Tory Lanez, they tried to kill my dog. Niggas tried to. Oh. Damn, dog. Tried to kill my dog. Yeah, shout out Amy in the chat. Yeah, I'm talking about, I'm trashing these niggas jumping in the chat with the fuck shit. I ain't even on no bitch ass. I ain't even on that type of cool shit tonight, fuck nigga. I'm on that type of time, nigga. It's all Tory Lanez tonight, nigga. We gonna get to the case. We gonna get to all the news media outlet. We finna talk about everything. I just need a minute to get myself some fucking gather so I don't fucking freak out, nigga. Cause they tried to kill my dog. Tried to kill my dog. Niggas about to make me put on 2 watches. Y'all know I busted it down with the pinky. Y'all know I sideways the pinky and busted the watch. I busted the watch. Pause. I busted the watch and the pinky. Whoa. Lean that bitch to the side like I do cocaine. And I got the cocaine nail. Yeah, bitch. I got the pinky ring with the coke nail and I don't do coke, nigga. Get that shit right, nigga. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You gotta do that coke, nigga. Let's go, Tory. Yeah, they tried to kill my dog, Tory, today, nigga. That's all we talk about. That's all we talk about. Shout out my nigga Crazy Ghost in the chat. I ain't even got to my neck. I'm hiding the big piece. I hid the big piece. I threw some other shit in front of it. You know what I'm talking about? I got on a little water. Shout out to my lady. I always know, hey, put that jury on layaway, baby. Put that jury on layaway, baby. You know what I'm talking about? Get that jury off a layaway, nigga. Get you some drip, nigga. Go ahead and put you about 800 down. Now. Hey, man, shit on them, bruh. I got a little. Hey, y'all see, this the one I'm always on chat with. You know what I'm talking about? That bitch Slatty. Yeah, that bitch Green D. I got a new shirt to go with this. I don't know when I'm gonna wear it yet, but I got a new shirt to go with this joint. I've been buying clothes to go with this watch, chat, cause I'm like that. Try to kill my nigga Tory today, nigga. What the fuck they on, nigga?
Where were you niggas when I was fucked up in the car?
Fuck they on TSD. Amy's in the chat. My nigga Ghost in the chat.
I found out how to run up the ditches while sitting in prison, and now that they know that I got it, they know I'ma fuck it up.
Wifey somewhere around here.
Fucked up shit going on.
She naked though. She been showing me ass and titties. She just tried to suck my dick by the washer and dryer. She just tried to suck my dick by the washer and dryer. And I was trying to do the show. I'm like, stop trying to suck my dick, man. I can't go to the show. And you trying to suck my dick? Then how the fuck am I gonna do the show with a suck dick? I ain't never came on here with a suck dick. I ain't gonna lie. I'm going to bed. I ain't never did a show with a suck dick. You ain't gonna trick me. Don't suck my dick and then send me out here to y'all. All right, go ahead, Cecil. Go ahead and perform with a suck dick. Hell no. You don't suck my dick and send me to America. Hey, America, how y'all doing? Let's talk about Tory. Hell no. Tory Lanez, nigga.
Fucking brother, nigga. Tory Lanez, nigga. This Max Bigger.
Yeah. Nah, you can't suck my dick.
Appreciate you. Hold your head. When we
Am I gay?
We gonna make good music, nigga.
Let me ask you a question.
If I do, you already know.
Nah. I just want to. If I can answer if I'm gay with a question.
I love you, nigga. Al.
All right. How gay was I last night? Yeah. Yeah, because you seem to start turning gay. You couldn't deal with the... You don't seem to deal with assault and battery misdemeanors too well. Hey. You know I always bring a gun to a food fight. Yeah. I bring this goddamn python to a food fight, nigga. That's why I always tell niggas, I don't know what niggas be going through, nigga, but I got dick, nigga. I be committing assault and battery on my lady every night. I be elbowing her pussy off the top rope. I'm elite at beating up a pussy. I am elite. I'm telling you. I've made it this far in life. Beating boy, pussy is O and million around me. Hey, pussy is O and a million. I kill shit. Pussy don't win over here. I'm just gonna tell you that. I'm killing, knocking walls, rebuilding the inside of vaginas. I've been rebuilding the inside of vaginas since I was 17 years old. I've been doing vagina reconstruction on you women. Moving your walls, creating living room where there wasn't no living space. Yeah, corrupt. I'm a corrupt builder. I just put shit where it need to go. I'm knocking shit down. You hear my lady talking about anyways, but then she finna die in about a few minutes. Under the pressure of this penis. This particular penis. She don't like when I talk like that, chat. She be like, okay, Cecil, okay. She also say that with him, you know what I mean? I think my lady really loved me, but she probably loved my bottom half just a tad bit more. Tell the truth. Think I just misread the energy. He came and told me I'm really that nigga. What'd you say? The only reason she's dating me is because I'm a dark ginger. So that makes me black. For everything, nigga, I told you that nigga. Bitches be lying, I flew him the honors, they can't even get it. Shout out TSD Amy. I see y'all chat. I just made 700,000 sitting in a room, feel like I'm constant that. Shout out to independent distributors that understood nigga file with cash. But I'm about I'm playing TSD AB in the bed. I've been playing TSD AB all day. Calling up Jonah and getting the stats. Hey Amy, you know sometimes I gotta say that shit. Sometimes y'all know me, chat. I gotta say that shit. I don't be fucking around. Even my lady, sometimes she be like, she had to tell me the other day, she was like, man, I get that you be like how you be like, but sometimes you be like Sometimes you be tripping, bruh. But I can only be me sometimes, baby. I'm sorry. Hello, bitch. What's shaking? I can dig it down. I'm the shit. I'm with the game. Gon' spin around. Oh, the bit. They gave it to me. I ain't spend a dime. Oh, the wrist. That's a story for another time. Hello, bitch. What's shaking? I can dig it down. I'm the shit. I'm with the game. Gon' spin around. Oh, the bit. They gave it to me. I ain't spend a dime. Oh, the wrist. That's a story for another time. I got money and a dick. Never funny with the click. All my guns got a stick. You play with me, bitch. Get that blick. It's golden. I never miss. Surprise, hella lit. You the guy. You survived that shit. On the stories where you found that bitch. All right, TSD Amy. Yeah, I've been having a good day. We're just doing the whole Tory Lanez. We about to get. I'm gonna cue some. I'm gonna cue some Tory Lanez stuff in a second. So just so y'all know.
Hello, bitch. What's shaking? I can dig it down. I'm the shit. I'm with the game. Gon' spin around. Oh, the bitch. They gave it to me. I ain't spend a dime.
Oh, the wrist. No, Big Sean, you don't get your shine. Stop fucking up TSD Amy. Yo, I was in the studio the other day, and I'm telling you, I played TSD Amy for a bunch of niggas. I didn't only play this song though. I played like all my joints, like all my new joints. And they was like, "This the one. This the one, bro." I was like, "Damn, for real?" It was like, "Yeah, that's the one." What's shaking? I can dig it down. I'm the shit. I'm with the gang. Gon' spin around. Oh, the fit. They gave it to me. I ain't spend a dime. Oh, the wrist.
That's a story for another time.
I got money and a dick. Never funny with the click. All my guns got a stick. You play with me, bitch. Get that blick. It's golden. I never miss. Surprise, hella lit. You the guy. You survived that shit. On the stories where you found that bitch. You poppin' shit is just bubblish. I gave her cocaine. She's a snuffleupagus.
I give a fish scale.
She might turn into a fish. 8 ball 100 miles an hour, never miss. That was 3 cocaine bars in a row, nigga. Yeah, they poppin' shit. It's just bubblish. I gave her cocaine. She's a snuffleupagus. I gave her fish scale. She might turn into a fish. 8 ball 100 miles an hour, never miss. I'll tell you, I be spinning them crack bars, nigga. Y'all know I used to be a dope boy, nigga. I had to retire, do customer service. Thank you for calling. Suck it, baby. But yeah, chat. More Tory Lanez in a minute. I do want to get to this what's going on with Tory. So, man, you know, real shit, chat. I always thought the man was innocent. Not a thought. I mean, some shit be obvious. You know what I'm saying? You can obviously see the man innocent. You know what I'm saying? And when the nigga got found guilty, it was just one of those surreal. Jay-Z can buy lawyers and Rock Nation and all these motherfuckers, like, you know, Masonic connections and Illuminati and booty goonisms and all this shit. 33rd degree Masons. And that's what Tory up against. And that's why Tory got, you know, what he got. And I ain't gonna lie, getting stabbed up like that 14 times in critical condition, you know, that can fuck a nigga up, man. That could change a nigga life, man. They tried to kill that nigga, man. They really tried to take the nigga up out of here, bro. And yeah, man. And obviously a paid hit. You know what I'm saying? That's what his people was talking about. Like, I mean, how obvious can you get it being a paid hit? Like, you know, and everybody gonna do the old Bahu type shit. But that's a paid hit. You talking about prison. You talking about a man that ain't involved in nothing. Ain't nobody got Tory Lanez wrapped up in no nothing. The nigga in jail rich. You know what I'm saying? The nigga is in jail fucking rich. I'm clicking on this academic thread, but we not finna listen to it about the Tory Lanez shit. I'm just trying to find relevant things connected to it. But I don't know why I don't want to hear Ack. I just feel like Ack is gonna say, you know what? Let's listen to Ack. I just feel like Ack gonna say some shit that's gonna piss me off. I don't know why I feel that way, But I do feel that way. I feel like Act is finna say some shit that's finna annoy the fuck out of me. So, I mean, let's see.
Okay, here we go.
All right, everybody. First off, my name is Caesar McDowell. I am the CEO and co-founder of Unite the People. We're a nonprofit organization that promotes social justice as well as provides affordable legal services for the underserved community here in the state of California. Today, we want to thank everybody for coming out, all of the press.
Hey, Amy, it was way more than a setup. I'm with you. I'm with Amy on that one. It was definitely a setup.
Today, we're going to hear some really, really compelling new evidence that you've never heard before. Our legal team will explain all of that to you. We will have updates on Tory Lanez, Mr. Peterson, on how he's doing. It's really sad to see the situation that he's in, and we think it's time. Enough is enough. It's time to bring the brother home. So with that, I would like to bring up our lead consultant, Mr. Walter Roberts.
Morning. We are here today to bring to your attention some information Unite the People believes is exculpatory in Mr. Daystar Peterson's case, professionally known as Tory Lanez. Recently, we've been made aware that a member of the
Tory Lanez case, baby.
Keanu Caldwell was working on an op-ed for the New York Post regarding Mr. Peterson's innocence. During his work on that op-ed, he became aware of some information in Unite the People's possession regarding a statement that was given to Unite the People by someone with information relevant to that case.
Oh shit. Oh my God. I think he's leaking who got Tory stabbed. Holy shit. I'm sitting here zoned out listening and was like, I wasn't really listening. And I'm like, whoa, I think this guy just said who got Tory stabbed. Hold on.
Keanu Caldwell was working on an op-ed for the New York Post regarding Mr. Peterson's innocence. During his work on that op-ed, he became aware of some information in Unite the People's possession regarding a statement that was given to Unite the People by someone with information relevant to that case. The New York Post recently reached out to the prior district attorney, George Gascon, Megan Pete and her representatives, and Kelsey Harris and her representatives. The only party that responded last week was Megan Pete's representatives with a request for more information. A few days later, Mr. Peterson's brutally attacked in his jail cell. Unite the People represents Daystar Peterson in his appellate process. We filed an appellate brief and a writ of habeas corpus on his behalf. The district attorney's office has already responded. The case is fully briefed. We're just waiting for the appellate court's decision. We were willing to wait for the appellate process to play out, but given that brutal, unprovoked attack, we felt it necessary to come here today to provide you with this information. It is our intention to make a request to the governor to either pardon or commute the sentence of Mr. Peterson, so that when he recovers from this attack, he's not returned to a jail cell, but that he's allowed to go home and recover. Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Miss Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial.
Yep.
As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others.
Amen.
Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was a witness to the conversation Miss Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. The passenger side is where Miss Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Miss Pete. It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities in this case. For example, there were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson, even though unknown DNA was found on the gun. Why wasn't Miss Harris's DNA?
It was 2 suspects because Meg can't be a suspect for herself.
Why wasn't the driver of the car?
See,
Mr.
this what act wrong. You see what
DNA?
act jump in? Yeah,
Or-
but that was a female's gun. Who to say that Meg never put her fingerprints on that gun? I think it was a pink gun, chat, if I'm correct. I think it was a pink gun. So who's to say Meg never put her fingerprints or her hands on that gun? Huh? Who's to say Meg ain't put her fingerprints or her hands on that gun? Exactly.
Or was it taken, and again, simply not given to the defense? We don't know. It should have been taken. It is Unite the People's understanding, regular LAPD practice at a crime scene like that, anybody who's there, the DNA is taken. Another irregularity. Why, at Ms. Harris's police interview, was a non-lawyer, non-family member record company executive allowed to participate? Highly irregular situation. Normally, we see cases, strangers are not allowed in these things, but it was in this case. All of these things point to the highly irregular nature of his trial and his conviction. It is our contention that he was wrongly convicted. And while we at first were willing to let the process play out, it is our contention now that if he is not pardoned or released promptly, he may never come out. And that would be the ultimate injustice, is that he gets killed in prison for something he did not do. At this time, I'd like to bring up Mr. Gianno Caldwell, the media member who was working on that op-ed for the New York Post.
Oh, wow. So they're bringing up the guy who actually wrote the article. Now we get spicy.
Thank you for coming today.
Okay,
my name
brother.
Is Gianno Caldwell,
A black dude.
Gianno.
Chat, let me know if the volume's good. If y'all can hear everything all right, let me know if the volume's good.
Institute for Public Safety at caldwellinstitute.org. I am also a member of the press for almost a decade now. I've been looking into Daystar Peterson's case for almost 6 months now, professionally known as Tory Lanez. And after reviewing the evidence, the reporting, and the legal analysis, I've come to the conclusion that Tory Lanez was railroaded by the former district attorney, George Gascon. He was also wrongly convicted. I believe if Jesus Christ was Tory Lanez's attorney, George Gascon would do whatever in his power to ensure that Tory Lanez lost that case. Tory Lanez's defense team have alleged the withholding of exculpatory evidence, prosecutorial misconduct, among other issues that I was compelled to write an opinion piece for the New York Post. It is true that last week, the New York Post editors reached out to 3 parties, one being George Gascon, Megan Pete's team, and Kelsey Harris. It is also true that Megan's team was the only ones that responded back for that request for comment.
Commercial. We have a commercial, but it's
Big
over
ideas.
now.
I had some glaring questions, and that was the reason for this op-ed. Things didn't make any sense to me, many issues in this case, and I was shocked by the lack of interest from the media to ask very simple questions. There were multiple people with gunshot residue on their hands that night. Why didn't all individuals have the residue tested, their DNA tested on the weapon? That's a legitimate question. According to the prosecution, Tory was excluded from the clip of the gun, and according to Tory's
that's a great question.
defense team, they said DNA analysis showed that there was a 0.01% chance that Tory touched the actual gun itself. Another piece that stood out to me, the call that the prosecution alleged Tory made confessing to a crime. I listened to that call. I'm sure many of you have as well. I didn't hear a confession. But what really shocked me about it is if my best friend was shot maliciously by someone just 2 to 3 hours before, I wouldn't have answered the call, or if I did, I wouldn't calmly have a conversation with the individual of it. And certainly I would ask, why did you shoot my friend? And more importantly, I would never have given you my current location out of fear of you finishing the job. That was something that stood out to me. I also, in my op-ed, discussed Kelsey Harris pleading the Fifth Amendment. She wasn't accused of anything by Megan Pete or the police, and to my knowledge, she wasn't under any investigation. So why plead the Fifth? What also shocked me is the prosecution gave her immunity. For what? What did she do? Is there an allegation of her doing something? I'm not aware of that. Maybe some of you can answer that question today. During the time of trial, George Gascon, just to take you back to where we were at that particular point, he had just barely won a recall attempt. He lost support in many key demographics of voters. Crime was up in Los Angeles County. And this case would have been a silver bullet for him potentially winning. His policies obviously were bad and people were harmed. So that didn't happen, and thank God it didn't happen. At the heart of this injustice is the misuse of gun enhancement charges, a sentencing tool intended for the most dangerous and violent offenders. In Tory Lane's case, these enhancements were not supported by evidence. But George Gascon, interestingly enough, who is someone who regularly would drop enhancements or not recommend them, chose to provide enhancements to Tory. And in his case, in any given situation, according to legal analysts I've spoken with, he would do 1 or 3 years if he did it without the enhancement. That's interesting. Why did George Gascon choose to pursue these enhancements?
Okay, that's a first for me, chat. I'm not gonna lie, chat. That's a first for me. Now we getting deep. A nigga ain't never did that before, but now doing it, hey, now we getting deep, chat. I didn't know that was true, but let's get to it.
Through which George Gascon has pursued, many in which he utilized these enhancements. A couple come to mind that I would like to reference here. One, Raymond Danger Gonzalez, a Mexican mafia gang member involved in a premeditated murder of 2 young men in 2017. Despite the brutality of the crime, Gascon didn't recommend enhancements. You premeditated murdered a teenager and another individual, brutal crime. Why would you recommend enhancements, but you would recommend them for Tory? That doesn't make a lot of sense. He also didn't pursue sentencing enhancements for the senseless murder of General Hospital actor Johnny Victor in Los Angeles in 2024. There's a lot of issues with this case. Many, I think, that the media should be pursuing all angles of it. We should not allow there to be unanswered questions. We should pursue open questions without.
Okay, I need y'all to understand what he just said. Let's run that back because we're going to talk about it. I need y'all to understand what he just said.
In 2024.
Listen.
There's a lot of issues with this case. Many, I think, that the media should be pursuing all angles of it.
Okay. he said the media should be pursuing all angles of this case. Chat, do you understand what he's saying? Do you understand what he's saying? By saying that the media should pursue all angles of this case, he's talking about Tory getting stabbed, who paid for it, who paid off the judges, why did this court case go so bad? Why did Chelsea get immunity? Who knew what before? And if they knew that Tory Lanez ain't had nothing to do with it, right, chat? If they knew Tory ain't had nothing to do with nothing, why the hell is he in jail and y'all knew Kelsey shot the girl the whole time? And y'all knew she shot her and gave her immunity so that you can put Tory away for the crime that was committed by a black woman. Black women strikes again. These nigger women don't know how to relax. On the next episode of Angry Black Woman. It was a joke, chat. It was a joke. Don't prosecute me. It was a joke. But he's saying some real shit. I just want y'all to pick up on it. That's all. How you gonna do it if you really don't want to dance, chat? How you gonna do it if you really don't want to dance? What up, Rod? Hey, what up, Skrilly? Rod Skrill in the building. What up, Rod Skrilly? Shout out Rod Skrilly. Shout out Rod Skrilly's in the goddamn building, ladies and gentlemen. Host that do the most.
We should not allow there to be unanswered questions. We should pursue open questions without fear or favor to anyone.
I'm good, Brody. Defending my nigga Tory. Going over this Tory Lanez case
jail,
with
Dr.
the chat. Big
King
bips, big vibes. You know what I'm saying? Chilling, just got out of work, hanging out with the chat. But yeah, this shit ain't fair, bro. What they doing to my nigga Tory, bro? Shit ain't fair, bro. So we listening to all the Tory got a new defense team. So they talking about, you know, everything. So over a bitch being angry, pulling the trigger, then the pussy must have been that good to get locked up. I mean, I don't say the pussy was that good to get locked up. I mean, the cops arrested Tory. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I mean, the shit happened and he the nigga that went to jail. And then Rock Nation called Tory Lanez and told him don't say nothing. Now, what was that about? Who knows? But, and then you got to understand, Meg, let me tell y'all what happened. Because I know what happened. I done heard what happened 60 million times. I know what happened to a T. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. When Tory was all on Kylie Jenner, this is what y'all need to understand. Tory was finna fuck Kylie Jenner that night. All right? Meg and Kelsey was already a little tipsy. And Meg was real fucked up. All right? And Tory was vibing with Kylie. Kylie was trying to fuck with Tory. Tory was trying to fuck with Kylie. Right? So when Meg and Kelsey left, Meg got mad that Tory was still there with Kylie and was finna put the dick down on Kylie. So Meg told the driver that she left her shoe and that the driver needed to turn around. Right? Listen to me. It's all going to make sense in a second. So Meg tells the driver, I left my shoe at Kylie's house. Turn around and go back. The driver's like, nah. Meg's like, yo, nigga, go back. I got to get my shit. So then Meg, in order to get Tory to leave with her instead of being there to fuck with Kylie, start acting a fool. Meg the horse, stallion horse, start acting a fucking fool, right? And then remember, everybody say Meg embarrassed herself. Basically, she got kicked out of Kylie's party, and Tory left just so it wouldn't be no drama. Right? Everybody know that part. Right? Everybody know that part. So when they leave now, right? Oh no, Amy, you tell me. Hey, now when they get in the car, Tory get in the car with the driver, Kelsey, and Meg. It's 4 people in the car. Kelsey's in the front seat with the gun in the bag. Tory and Meg is in the back seat. What y'all don't understand, the kicker is this party at Kylie Jenner's house is the first time that Kelsey is back hanging with Meg because she had COVID. And she went back home to Houston, Texas to recover from COVID. And then she came back to be with Meg. So when Kelsey returned back from COVID to hang with Meg, the first thing they did was this Kylie Jenner party. Kylie Jenner swimming pool party. Now, what Kelsey doesn't know when she left to go recover from COVID is that Meg started fucking Tory Lanez. Tory was fucking with Kelsey first. But when Kelsey caught COVID and went home, Meg started fucking with Tory. This is how the Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion thing happened. So now when Kelsey comes back from being cured from COVID or whatever the fuck COVID is, Fauci. Now she come back from being cured from COVID. The first thing happened is the Kylie Jenner party. Now, when they leave and Meg get all funny about Tory fucking with Kylie, and then Tory leave the party with Meg because Meg make herself look like a fucking drunken fool, as Meg Thee Stallion is always known to do, right? Meg, Skrill, I'm telling you, I know the whole story. I know exactly how it went. It's piece by piece. I'm breaking it down for you. So, I ain't telling y'all the crazy part yet. I'm going to tell y'all the crazy part. Because it's not the gun. The crazy part has nothing to do with the gun. Just listen to me. So now Tory leaves the party with the driver, Meg, and Chelsea. Right? Or Kelsey. Her name's Kelsey. Sorry. When they get in the car, Meg so drunk, she start talking shit to Tory about Kylie because Meg's been fucking Tory. But Meg's so drunk, she don't understand Kelsey been fucking with Tory. Kelsey thinking that's her nigga. She don't know Meg been fucking Tory. So when Meg is in the car drunk, trying to check Tory over Kylie, Kelsey now has the light bulb moment like, bitch, you been fucking my nigga. Oh, my bad. Somebody said back up off the mic. My bad, chat. Thank y'all. Anybody who tell me to back up off the mic, I really appreciate y'all for real. Because I don't like to sound like trash. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. So, when Meg and Tory got in the car from Kylie's house, when Meg lied to the driver and said that she lost her shoe, right? Meg lies and says she left her shoe at Kylie's house. Turn around so I can go get my shoe or my phone or some shit. I think it was my phone. Some shit like that, right? So now when they're in the car, right? Meg starts to try to check Tory because Meg's drunk. And everybody know Meg Thee Stallion's an alcoholic, right? So Meg tries to check Tory while she's drunk about Kylie Jenner, right? But Kelsey's in the car in the front seat. Like, what? Now, I'm going to tell you, this is how, no, somebody's, XADIUS. Hey, nah, ain't no sorry for the aggression. You helping me out, man. For real. We need help as YouTubers, as people trying out this new software. I got a soundboard. So you helping me understand how to work this soundboard. So some people, no, shout out to Depp. Depp said Meg should be in jail. No, Depp, we finna talk about it. Yo, Depp, stay in the chat. Love you, Depp. Stay in the chat. Shout out Depp in the chat. Hey, shout out Exodus in the chat too. Shout out Exodus. But so what Meg did, right, was she's drunk. So she's checking Tory like, yo, this bitch. Now Kelsey, in her drunk mind, she like, oh shit, y'all been fucking with each other? Now let me tell you how good I am at knowing exactly what happened in the situation. Everything I'm going to show you, the camera is going to be in reverse, so I do apologize. But I'm talking about driving a car. All right, in front of me, for you guys, I think the driver would be here, right? I'm going to do it in reverse for the camera. So the driver would be here. The passenger would be here, right? If it's right for the camera. If I'm wrong, y'all like, nigga, do it the right way. My bad. But if I'm in reverse for the cameras, the driver would be over here. The passenger would be here, right? Or no. Actually, y'all seeing me straight up. Sorry. So y'all not in reverse. My bad. I'm high, nigga. I'm high. I smoked too much weed. I tried to be smart. Sorry. The driver would be here. The passenger would be here. The person behind the passenger would be here. The person behind the driver would be here. The person behind the passenger would be here, right? 4 people in the car. The person who is in the front seat passenger is Kelsey. Blame Dirty. The person who's in the front seat passenger is Kelsey. Who's behind Kelsey? Tory Lanez. The driver. Who's behind the driver? Meg Thee Stallion. Meg is behind the driver. Now, this is where it gets diabolical. When Kelsey realizes that Meg is cussing out Tory over Kylie Jenner, she now understands in that moment that while she had COVID and while she went back home to recover from COVID in Houston, Meg started fucking her guy Tory Lanez. Right? Meg starts fucking Tory. And Kelsey loses it. But when they start fighting, this is where they don't want to. This the big part that they don't want to talk about. This is how you know Kelsey shot the gun. This is the one thing I'm about to tell you. You know Kelsey shot the gun. While they arguing, they start fighting. Kelsey and Meg start fighting. And when they start fighting, Meg Thee Stallion, y'all see that bitch is built like a horse hoof. That big bitch from the back seat. When Kelsey's turned around in the front seat, can you imagine somebody turned around in the front seat? We doing forensic files right now. All right? Can you imagine somebody being turned around in the front seat of a car or an SUV trying to fight somebody in the back seat, and y'all know it's more room in the back seat? Kelsey trying to get to Meg. Meg got all this room in the back seat. So what does Meg the Stallion does. Meg the Stallion puts her leg up from behind the driver. She's behind the driver through the middle rest and starts kicking Chelsea repeatedly. Chat, I know, I'm telling y'all, Meg kicked that girl repeatedly like a horse, nigga. Can you imagine you in the front seat of a car, somebody in the back seat, and they just kicking you, in your body? Not like they kicking your chair. No, you turned around trying to fight them. Hey, that nigga Blame said John Wick shit. You trying to fight them, chat. And Meg started kicking the girl like a horse. When Meg wouldn't stop kicking Chelsea, because Chelsea couldn't defend herself. When they wouldn't stop fighting and Meg wouldn't stop kicking Chelsea, the driver pulled over the car and they tried to break them up to get Meg to stop kicking the shit out of Chelsea. But what they did, what Tory Lanez did, and what the driver came around to Meg's door did, was pull Meg out the car to get her to stop kicking the shit out of Chelsea. Or Kelsey, or whatever her name is, Kelsey. They needed Meg to stop kicking the shit out of Kelsey. When they pulled Meg out the car and Tory went around the car to try to console or see if Kelsey was okay, Kelsey was around the car with the gun and she popped 3 shots at Meg because she lost the fight and Meg had donkey kicked her repeatedly over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm not lying to you. Meg from the back seat of the car, donkey kick Kelsey. Listen to me, chat. Hold on. My bad, chat. I don't know how the fuck we even got here. She chat. I'm telling you the truth. She donkey kicked this lady from the back seat of the car repeatedly. Okay? Repeated. Oh, Nichols in the chat. What up, Novak? Nick Novak. And when Kelsey got done getting kicked, she grabbed the gun and went around the car before Tory could get to her to see if she was okay. And she started shooting at Meg. That's what happened. And Tory, what's crazy is, and Amy say that's exactly how it went down. And what's crazy is Tory being can y'all think, let me tell you something. I just need to tell you, I need to read Amy's comment. Amy just dropped another comment. I'm finna get Amy's comment, but let me just say something. Nigga, I don't care if it's a woman. I don't care if it's who it is. It could be a child. Somebody starts shooting, bitch. I'm running, bitch. I am black, bitch. Tory Lanez took a gun from a woman that was shooting at another woman. And he's in jail for saving Meg's life. And Meg got on the stand and said, he shot me. It was him. And he saved her. Fuck that bull dagger, big monkey coon nigga bitch. He saved that big Nephilim Neanderthal built bitch. Let me get to Amy's comment. So it was over who Lanez was fucking. So they pinned it to him. Exactly. Tory Lanez went to jail for who he was fucking. That's it. And Meg got jealous because he was finna fuck Kylie Jenner that night. And Meg was too drunk and they made Meg leave. She been fucking Tory behind her best friend's back. And when she lied and said she left her phone or she left her shoe or whatever she said to get the driver to turn around. Then she started to act a fool to get Tory to leave and act like drunk ass, goofy bitch ass Meg Thee Stallion. And they kicked her out of Kylie Jenner's party, and Tory left to keep the peace. If I was Tory, I'd have stayed and fucked the dog shit out of Kylie. But that's neither here nor there. But now he in jail because he stopped a woman from shooting and killing another woman because the other woman assaulted that woman. Meg kicked the shit out of donkey kicked. I don't, you got to imagine being in the SUV, you in the front seat, and somebody starts kicking you physically repeatedly and does not stop. Like you know how somebody beating a horn in traffic. Get your bitch ass out my way, nigga. Get your bitch ass out my way. That's how Meg was kicking Kelsey. She was kicking the shit out of her with a bunch of burr. And the gun was in the front seat. Everybody knew the gun was in the front seat. And where was Kelsey after the physical altercation was over? I would have a threesome and made the porno. That's what I would have did if I was. But I think that's what Tory would have did, right? Tory a player. I'd have just crushed them both and moved on about my business. You know what I'm saying? But Meg could be honest with her friend and just say, because now let me tell y'all why they start fighting. Let me tell y'all why they start fighting. None of this is speculation. I'm not speculating. Let me tell you why they start fighting. Because when Kelsey realized that Tory and Meg been fucking since she done had COVID and been back home in Houston recovering from fucking COVID. When she realized that shit, she said to Meg, damn, you fucking another one of my niggas? Like, I can't have no nigga. Like, you fuck all my niggas. That's how they got into it. When Kelsey accused Meg of going behind her, trying to fuck every dude that she been with. And Kelsey said, damn, you finna fuck all my niggas? Like, damn, I can't have no nigga to myself? Damn, when I was gone, y'all was fucking with each other? Are you serious? That was her response, and that's what started the fight. On God. On God. On God. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, chat? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So when people try to say they don't know what happened in the Meg Thee Stallion Tory Lane case, it's all lies, bro. You can put that shit together 2 seconds. You know exactly what happened. You know how the fight started. You know how the gun got involved. You know how everything fucking happened. And let me tell you why the gun is such an anomaly. Let me tell you why the gun is such an anomaly in the situation. Have y'all heard of anybody knowing about this pink gun that Kelsey used to shoot Meg? Did anybody say, yeah, Tory had it here at a show, or Tory's bodyguard carried it, previously? You've never heard anything about that pink gun. Nobody could say, oh yeah, it was here previously. It's registered in Tory's name. It's registered in the bodyguard's name. Right? Nobody got any history with the. Come on, chat. I post all my guns. Every time I get a new gun, I post it. Right? I'm not saying Tory Lanez would do that. He's rich and famous. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is Tory Lanez has no history with this firearm. But the firearm suddenly shows up. Right? The firearm suddenly shows up when Kelsey comes back from not vacation, but from being sick with COVID. Now all of a sudden there's a gun. There's a new person. Who's the new person? Kelsey. Where's the gun? In the front seat in a bag. Who's sitting in the front seat with the bag? Kelsey. If there was a gun, I would have history with a gun. Let me tell you how much history I have with guns. I have history with my friends' guns. Ain't even mine. I got YouTube reels with guns that I don't own. They my friends' guns. And I tell you they my friends' guns in my reels. I don't try to pretend like they mine. But that's how much guns I be around. You would have saw a pink gun if I had a pink gun. Yay or nay? So this gun has no history between Meg, Tory, or the bodyguard. But it shows up when a new person, the bodyguard's been there because he's been bodyguarding Tory. Meg's been there because Meg's been sucking Tory's dick. Who's the new anomaly? The friend who's been sick with fucking COVID, who comes back from Houston with a gun. Now, was the gun premeditated? Or is she just a gun-toting female? Either way, she shot Meg. She going to jail. But was the gun premeditated? Did you know Tory and Meg was fucking? Did you plan on getting drunk and shooting Meg? Because now we got premeditated attempted murder. How did the gun get involved? Why did you bring a, have you had this gun before? There's a lot of questions to be asked. Exactly, Amy. If you got security, why you need a gun? That's what I'm saying, Amy. Amy said she probably knew she was fucking Tory. Meg was fucking Tory, and she went on a mission. And she waited till she got that liquid courage to try to shoot Meg over the shit. And who's to say she wasn't trying to pop Tory either? That's probably why Tory went for the gun. She probably was trying to pop Tory and Meg for fucking behind her back. That's probably how Tory ended up getting his hands on the goddamn gun, or at least trying to knock it out of her hand. Because she probably was trying to lemon pepper wing his motherfucking ass. Hey, chat, I feel like we own to something right now, and we building. But your boy got to pee bad as a motherfucker. Like, when I tell you I got to pee, I got to fucking pee, chat. So, in my absence, we're going to play some Tory Lanez. Now, y'all know I pee quick. So, I don't want y'all to leave me because I want to continue this conversation. Oh, and obviously, we got to continue the conversation. So, I don't want y'all to leave me, but I absolutely do have to fucking pee, man. Blame Dirty. I already know you got to pee too, motherfucker. But he's like, I'm not the one on camera, nigga. I can pee all I want. Nah, I know. Having a beer bladder is amazing because, you know, you can hold it for a long time. But once you pass the long time and you've exceeded that particular point of ebloviating your ball sack into halves, you really try to, you know. But I promise you, I won't leave you guys hanging on trash. You know, I'm gonna call this TSD Amy vibes. my God, you guys stay. Oh my God, you really love me. You really love me. Shout out to the chat. Host that do the most. Fuck around, get your dumb ass smoke. Make you hide that bitch and pray to the Pope. Thank y'all for sticking around, chat. For real. Shout out Blame Dirty. Shout out TSD Amy. Yeah.
Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Cut one channel.
If we take those
Not
words
me.
seriously, we must act when injustice is allowed to fester in plain sight. I founded the Caldwell Institute for Public Safety after my innocent teenage brother was murdered in Chicago on June 24, 2022. I stand firmly for public safety, for victims' rights, and for holding criminals accountable. But justice also demands that we protect the innocent and stand against politically motivated prosecutions. This is what I believe to happen here. When we imprison the innocent while violent offenders walk free, which is what George Gascon has often done, we undermine the very foundation of our legal system. Mr. Peterson was never given a fair trial, free from bias, political interference, and
Chat, I
media-driven
did
pressure.
create a Facebook community today. I don't know if you guys got Facebook, but I did create a TSD community on Facebook today. Yeah, it's just the TSD, the subdivision of the TSD community on Facebook. Let me see. Try to get y'all to find us. Hold on. I did create something for us. Where's my community? I want to see my fucking community, okay? Oh, fucking Kate. Oh, fucking Kate. I want to see my fucking community. All right, I'm going to find it, but it is the TSD community. I'm going to find it. It's the subdivision TSD community on Facebook. I did create us a community. And yeah, we're going to grow it. But you can't cut the grass so low, can't even mow it. Can't even tow it.
Continued incarceration erodes public trust and diverts focus from the real work of keeping our community safe. Further, while incarcerated, Mr. Peterson was recently stabbed in prison, as many of you know, a tragic incident that underscores the urgency of this situation and the risk to his life while this case remains unaddressed. Governor Newsom, I respectfully urge you to issue a pardon for Daystar Peterson, known as Tory Lanez, in a full and impartial review of his case. California must not be a state where justice is driven by headlines instead of evidence. And in the case of George Gascon, that was often the case. So I encourage everyone here to go to CaldwellInstitute.org.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Institute, INSTITUTE.org, and sign the petition. This petition asks
y'all go sign that petition for Tory, man.
Pardon Tory Lanez. Thank you.
Good morning.
Sign that
Thank
petition
you all
for Daystar,
being here.
baby.
There's a lot of noise in the media going on with other stories, but I think that this is.
I'm gonna give y'all a little volume, chat. I don't know how good y'all can hear this white lady. She's talking in white lady voice.
My name is Diana London. I'm the CEO of the Secret Weapon Agency, which is a crisis communication firm. And I'm also the CEO of a company called London Global Strategies. I am a member of the media as well. I'm a commentator on a few networks. And I also serve as an advisor for Giano's Institute and also another company called Promising People that is fighting to reduce the recidivism rate in this country and also to correct our criminal justice laws. As a woman who has worked in Congress on criminal justice reform, I deeply believe in law and order. I've worked alongside law enforcement. I've drafted policy to reduce violent crime. I've seen what accountability should look like. But I also know the legal system without integrity is no justice at all. When we get it wrong, when our courts fail the people they're meant to protect, we don't just ruin lives, we erode trust in the rule of law itself. That's why I'm speaking out today for Daystar Peterson, better known to the world as Tory Lanez. This isn't about fame. It isn't about celebrity. It's about fairness. Tory Lanez doesn't want special treatment. He's demanding equal treatment. And if we Americans still believe in a system where guilty must be proven beyond a reasonable doubt, then we must admit this case raises serious concerns. Because the truth is, Tory Lanez is serving a 10-year sentence for a crime that evidence, which laid out here today, overwhelmingly suggests he did not commit. Let's go back to the night in question, just like Gianna was just talking about in the attorneys. As the attorneys laid out here today, the prosecution failed to produce a single shred of forensic evidence tying Tory to the actual gun. His fingerprints weren't on it. His DNA was later found to be 100% nearly excluded from the gun, as shown in the worksheet that was provided to the defense late on the eve of the actual trial, after making a request for that very document. After trial, looking at this evidence, there is a 0.01% chance Tory's DNA was on the firearm. That's a difficult statistic to equate with the story as told by the prosecution, which may be why this was not present in trial. In fact, there were 3 people that night at the scene who tested positive for gunshot residues. One of those was Kelsey Harris, as Gianno mentioned, the assistant to Megan Pete. According to multiple sworn testaments that you've heard today, including one from the bodyguard and driver with Harris on the 2 days of the trial, Harris admitted to firing the weapon during an emotional outburst. Tory intervened to de-escalate, not to harm. It is important to note, the police did not fingerprint anyone else who had gunshot residue on them that night, only Tory. Why? Even more troubling, the investigation itself was a disaster. Bullet fragments disappeared, the gun serial number was sealed, a move that blocked the defense from investigating ownership. Police failed to follow standard procedures. Why?
Not only that, when we talk about bullet fragments, chat, when we get to the bullet fragments, my nigga, everybody know Meg stepped on glass. Meg stepped on. But this is another thing that we tend to leave out all of a sudden. Meg Thee Stallion stepped on glass on camera. You can't make this shit up. She stepped on glass on camera. I'll wait. I'm the crazy person. Go ahead. I'm the crazy person. I'll be the psychopath. The bitch stepped on glass on camera. She had no problems with her feet until she stepped on glass on what Stephen A say? Put the camera on me. Which one my camera? Put the camera on me. She stepped in glass on camera, bruh. When the police was telling her, because, and this is my assumption. This part I don't know. I ain't so confident about, but I do feel like this is a great hypothesis. When Kelsey shot, she hit the car or she hit the brake light. She knocked out some piece of glass, right? Or when Meg was donkey kicking that bitch, because the car needs to be investigated too, there was glass. How glass get there? Let's talk. Because when the police was on camera and told Meg to step back, Meg stepped on what? Glass. On the body cam and on the helicopter footage. She stepped on glass. Now, did the glass come from the shots? Did the glass come from a window breaking on the SUV? Where's the SUV? Where's forensic files? Somebody needs to call forensic files.
Didn't mark shell casings on the road? and didn't test others involved that night with DNA. This wasn't justice. It was a rush to judgment. Worse still, the prosecution knew the case was thin. So what did they do? They tacked on gun enhancements.
Shout out to academics for playing this shit, but I know his bitch ass finna say something on, like, he finna make me mad.
Oh, these gun enhancements.
That's what I'm waiting on. I already know. I'm about to go off because I know Act about to say some shit I don't fucking like.
The charges
Act been saying wild shit about the Tory case the whole time.
Accusation into a decade.
Y'all know I call myself baby academics, but not as of late.
Enhancements are
because Act been doing booty goon shit towards kids, and
but using them in a
he ain't been holding down Tory. He been doing that media shit.
Testimony.
We Tory over here, nigga.
With no criminal
when Tory got convicted, Act was like, well, the prosecution.
He had no criminal
Fuck that.
That's not justice.
It's not justice.
That's a political stunt.
It's not justice, you dick eaters.
Let's be blunt. This prosecution had everything to do with headlines and very little to do with truth. It was about symbolism, not substance. And that should concern every single one of you here today and in this country. Because when
the symbolism was showing you what they can do to niggas when they want to do it to niggas.
Process is sacrificed for public.
Come here, nigga.
We all lose. Just yesterday,
shout out Blame Dirty, shout out TSD Amy.
A Los Angeles court ruled the Menendez brothers, who brutally murdered their parents, are now eligible for parole after serving 35 years. They admitted to the crime. Tory Lanez, who killed no one and has still remained his innocent today, whose case is riddled with inconsistencies and prosecutor failures, is expected to serve a decade. How is that justice? I've worked in federal criminal justice policy. I helped pass the First Step Act during President Trump's first term. I've spent years focusing on ending recidivism.
She know Trump.
Building.
See what I said? DK, my boy DK.
Protecting the innocent from institutions.
My boy DK.
I didn't fight for
my boy DK.
The system weaponized.
Hey yo, how DK is not a fucking mod? Whoa. Stop the show. Stop the show.
And let's be clear.
Stop the show. How DK's not a mod? Yo, chat, how the fuck is DK not a mod? Yo, we changing that immediately. The fuck? How is DK not a mod? What? Yo, but you are now, nigga. Nah, you are now, nigga. Shout out my nigga DK, nigga. You can't have my nigga not a moderator, nigga. What? My nigga DK show me love, nigga. Like, what? Yo, you seen how I had to stop the show? Like, what? DK's not a moderator? What? That shit, like, fucking... Yo, if anybody was to be a moderator right now, you know what I'm saying? That was crazy. My bad, chat. I ain't even mean to stop the show. That's just my dog. I gotta show my dog some love. Shout out my nigga DK. Shout out my nigga DK in the chat. Yeah, bro. I'm like, yo, how in the fuck my nigga's not a mod? Yo, that's my nigga, son. Let's go.
Here, let's be clear. If a high-profile black man with no prior violent convictions can be railroaded this easily, what hope is it for the everyday American who lacks his resources?
You've probably heard about Boxable's flagship product.
What that lady's saying is how you gonna survive if you ain't rich. See, yeah, they defended Tory, but they also stating some real shit. Like, my nigga, how you gonna beat the criminal justice system if you ain't got no money? Tory got money, and you see they tried to kill this nigga today. So for Nabi, you know what I'm saying? Whole lot of Fanabi.
Some people may want to dismiss this today as noise, but as a conservative, we are a movement that claims to care about over-criminalization, prosecutorial abuse, and restoring faith in American institutions. Well, here it is, laid bare in front of you. The prosecution manipulated the narrative. They buried key facts. They got the conviction they wanted, but not the truth we all deserve. As Gianno mentioned, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. warned us that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And this case proves it. If we let this stand, if we accept a conviction based on emotion rather than evidence, we abandon the very foundation of our system, that all men are innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. The timing of these events raised disturbing questions to me, and I think they all should to you as well. After over 2 years in prison.
Okay, hold on. Let's hear what she just said one more time.
After over 2 years in prison, and I think they all should, rather than evidence, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. warned us that injustice.
Listen to what she say right here, chat. Shout my nigga DK. Shout Blame Dirty.
In this case,
hey man, Blame Dirty, man. I miss you, bro. I don't know if you want to bet tonight. I'm gonna stay up. I'll bet with you. We did some FaceTime going. I miss my brother. I just want to talk to you. You know me, man. I'm my guy's guy, man. I miss my brother Blame, man. I'm used to spending time with my brother on the phone, having conversation. I ain't been able to have that in a minute. I know my brother's been busy, but bro, if you got some time tonight, man, let's hang out. Let's talk on the phone. Let's FaceTime. I know you might got to work in the morning, me too, but if you got a minute, Blame, definitely want to link up with you. I miss my brother, man. Love my brother Blame Dirty, man. Shout out Blame Dirty.
This stand, if we accept a conviction based on emotion rather than evidence, we abandon the very foundation of our system, that all men are innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. The timing of these events raised disturbing questions to me, and I think they all should to you as well. After over 2 years in prison, without incident, Tory was stabbed 14 times just days after a major national news outlet reached out to Megan Pete's team, Kelsey Harris, and former DA George Gascon about a story on new evidence in this case. You don't have to believe in conspiracies to see the pattern. When evidence was about to come to light, Tory was nearly
That's
killed.
all this lady's saying. He tried to kill him.
So let's stop pretending this is complicated. Let's stop treating this like some cultural war flashpoint. This is about a man, a father, a son, Daystar Peterson, who has sat in a prison cell for over a year based on a case that wouldn't pass the smell test in any honest courtroom. The prison system can no longer guarantee his safety, and that alone should be grounds for immediate action. But combine that with the overwhelming evidence of a botched investigation, and this becomes not just a legal issue, but a morale emergency.
That's right.
Tory Lanez deserves a new trial. He deserves due process. He deserves a pardon. And if justice still matters in America, he deserves to go home. So what now? What do we do now? We're all here today. We are calling on Governor Gavin Newsom, the California Attorney General, and the public at large to act. If you believe in due process, sign the petition now on the Caldwell Institute page that Gianna Caldwell mentioned at change.org. Let your voice be counted. Let the system know that we see what's happening and we won't stay silent. We can't be a nation that claims to value justice but looks the other way when a man is buried beneath the weight of political motivated prosecution. Dr. King said again,
Free Tory Lanez.
Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. This is that threat in modern day time. This is that moment. Daystar Peterson deserves to go home today. And we, the people, have a duty to bring him home.
Free Tory Lanez! Free Tory Lanez! Free Tory Lanez, baby! Free Tory Lanez! Free Tory Lanez!
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming out.
All right, y'all, that's Tory Daddy. Y'all know that nigga finna talk about Jesus, God, the Holy Spirit, Rock Nation, and Jay-Z. I think Tory's dad closed out the video. Nah, Buddy speak again. it's a couple of buddies. They go back and forth. Hold on, cause oh, that's Tory Daddy. Hold on. The nigga with the yellow shades is Tory Daddy. I love you, Tory Daddy, but I ain't trying to hear you talk about motherfucking Rock Nation. We gonna get Jay-Z, nigga. Don't worry. It's coming. Everybody
You do what you need to do. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being patient with me.
Shout out Tory Lane's daddy. Shout out Uncle Daystar.
I would say if you have a loved one that's incarcerated in the state of California,
we're gonna get back to the Cassie thing shortly.
Illegally sentenced. Contact Unite the People at unitethepeople.org.
Shut up, academics.
Give us a call, 888-245-9393, and we may be able to help your loved one. Now what we're going to do, I'm sure we're close to out of time. It's gone too long? All right. If they need any questions.
Yeah, they can reach out to Monty.
I would like to hear the press questions.
Okay, hold on one second, ma'am. We're going to bring up Mr. Walter Roberts from Unite the People. He can answer a few questions, and then we have to cut this short.
Okay, here we go.
Samanama Kumanata.
I can't hear the question, but hopefully through the answer he'll repeat it.
No, we have not. The appellate case and the writ case is fully briefed. We're just waiting the appellate court's decision. So we haven't gone that step yet because it may not be necessary. As I said in my opening, as further illustrated, bringing it to light now was made necessary by the events of this week. So no, we had not previously done that. We will consider doing that, but we're really asking the governor to do something immediately, so that's not really necessary. We have not, no.
All right, next question.
Hold on. So I can surmise what the question was. I know y'all couldn't hear the question, and I couldn't hear it either, but I can definitely surmise. I'm brilliant. I'm super intelligent. I have the mind of a fucking mouse. All right. So what I surmised that the question was did they go to the Supreme Court for an appeal to the Supreme Court to free Tory? And I think what he was saying was they didn't want to appeal to the Supreme Court because they wanted to allow the state representatives, as far as the mayor and the representatives in that state, to take action to help Tory versus going to, the other route, which is, appealing to the state Congress and state representatives, outside of, the mayor and, people who can pardon Tory. So I think what he's explaining and what he's expressing is, hey, we're going to stick to the people that can help. And if they can't, we have already, things in place to take other action. You know what I mean? Free Tory Lanez. They tried to kill my dog. Damn dog. They tried to kill Tory dog. Damn dog.
You know about any plans to transfer?
We won't know anything about that. That's next.
I actually spoke to Nathan yesterday at the Menendez trial, so he's aware of it, and I suggest all of you tweet him on Twitter or
Hey, chat.
Also, two things. Sean Hall.
Yeah, I know. I'm being cool, so I don't get emotional, bruh. For real, this Tory shit got me kind of down, bruh. I'm making content, but I don't know no goddamn Tory Lanez. I could bet you $1 billion I never meet him in my whole life, and I probably live another fucking 40 years. Hopefully, fingers crossed, in your ass. But I'll never meet Tory. But you latch on to things that are relevant to you, and this is my OJ. I'm gonna be real with y'all. because a lot of y'all think OJ did it, and I don't think there's no way OJ could have did it. But I say that to say, I just want to take a minute to bring the energy down, because I need that for a second, because I'm animated so that I don't be emotional. I'm very sad that Tory got stabbed up. Like I almost cried in the shower, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Literally, bro. I almost cried in the shower, bro. I got myself together, bro. I ain't dropped no tear. I ain't lose my shit, but it was there. I feel bad for the brother. I really do. And it means something to me. He means something to me. And it may be symbolic. I mean, I'm one of those guys. I mean, come on, man. I'm a realist, like I said, but I just love me some Tory Lanez, man. I love what he stands for more than I love his music, more than I love his publicity, the relationships he's been in. Even I love Tory more than I love his independence and him teaching other artists to be independent, and his prison reform inside of prison without being a prison reformist, and he just decided to do whatever the fuck Tory decided to do. Like I all those things are qualities, but I just love the guy in general, man. I loved him more when he dissed Drake, and I was a big Drake fan, but I became a Tory Lanez fan not when Drake accepted him, not when Drake was a Tory fan too, like myself. But while he was, I saw what he was on. I'm an artist. I know what it's like to. He just relate to me so much, man. I don't say I wouldn't say I take the same road as Tory, but some roads less traveled, baby. But let's digress for a second, and then we're gonna get back to this Tory thing. I'm gonna give this Tory thing a couple more minutes, and I'm gonna go hang out with my brother Blame Dirty, chat. If I don't do nothing, I'm gonna teach you how to jam. I'm jamming. This ain't jelly. This is not jelly. I'm gonna teach you how to. I'm gonna teach you how to jam. I'm gonna teach you how to jam now, chat. We gonna have our little intermissions. Shout out to Jungle live. Back on 74, live in the lounge. This is Jungle.
Let it go. Let it go. Ooh. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Yeah, back on 74. Never gonna cry anymore. Yeah. Hit that bitch, fuck that bitch, get that dope, fuck that trick. I've been live, I've been lit. Can't fuck with me on the shit. Can't fuck with me on the shit. Can't fuck with me, I be lit. Ooh, yeah, she was all up in my face, trying to get some money about me. It's your boy, tell that bitch about me. I get this, I get that, just for free. Lit, and I'm lit, and I'm lit, and I'm lit, y'all. Hey, chat, we out of here. I'm about to go hang out with my brother Blame Dirty, man. Love to y'all. Love to the whole chat. Shout out to y'all, man. Get y'all some money, broke ass niggas. I don't know what else to tell y'all. Life, it be lifing, nigga. That's what I can tell you. Life be lifing. Love your family. Protect everybody. Stand on business. We'll be back. We do this. But be a boss every day. Head on the swivel. Head on the swivel. Every day. Boss up your life. Boss up your life. Get you some money. But yeah, man, I'm about to hit up my brother Blame Dirty. Gonna try to win us some money tonight, nigga. I fuck with y'all, man. I am the host, man. I ain't gonna lie. I do the most. You fuck around, get your dumb ass smoked. Make you hide that bitch. Pray to the Pope. We love you, Tory. Shout out Tory Lanez. We love you, Tory. We got a lot of new subs tonight. Thank you for all the new subs. Definitely appreciate you guys. This has been a very lit show. Play some good Tory Lanez music. Shout out to my Facebook chat, man. Thank y'all so much. 1,300 and some. Facebook, we almost at 1,400 subs. Followers, I appreciate y'all, whatever they call it. All over the country in Facebook, India. I got Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, all the regions of India, Australia. Thank y'all so much for supporting me the way y'all do. This has just been amazing. Shout out to London. Shout out to all my guys, all my yads in London. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, New York. New York is that shit. Shout out New York. Shout out Atlanta. Shout out Cali. Shout out Bali. Shout out Hawaii. Shout out Alaska. I've been having a moment with this YouTube shit, and I just really appreciate everybody for jumping in. All my Indians, I love y'all to death. Y'all do so much for me on this chat. Shout out to all my Bali niggas, all my Uzbeks, all my Russians, all my Australians. We love you. I am the host that do the most. Fuck around, get your dumb ass smoke, make you hide that bitch.